Well, hello there and welcome back. Perhaps you saw one of our other videos talking about this amazing retreat coming up, Unwinding Pain, coming up March 13th through the 17th, hosted by Stacy and Monique in Asheville, North Carolina, right there in the Blue Ridge Mountains. And so today we wanted to pop in and answer a few of the questions that we've been getting that maybe you've been in the top of your mind. Maybe you've been on the fence. Maybe you've been, oh, it sounds great, but I'm not sure. So we wanted to just answer some of the questions that we've been seeing coming in to help you make a decision whether this is the right step for you or maybe not. Maybe it's not the right time. That's okay. So Stacey, I know that one of the questions that we've had coming in regarding the movement piece is, of course, because this is about pain. So how do I do a class if I wake up and my back hurts or my neck hurts? Like, is that going to work for me or am I going to miss out?
That is a beautiful question. It's kind of like when I have a client that calls me and says, "We have a session today, but I woke up with pain. Should I come?" And I'm like, "Absolutely."
Mhm.
That is the perfect opportunity to learn from our pain. Within this retreat setting, because it is a small group, we're going to be having conversations with you before the actual retreat to talk about your pain and things like that. We will have tools to help you with that. So if you wake up in the morning and you wanted to come to this practice, but you have neck pain, all you need to do is communicate with me, communicate with Monique, and let us know what you're dealing with. And we can weave some tools into that practice to help you. So that allows you in the experiencer of the pain to see how you can work with it. That it doesn't just mean, well, I can't do anything today, I can't move. There's things that you can do. And that's our job is to help you figure out which tool do you need right now to help you shift to that place of balance, right? So the really neat thing is that when you get done that practice, you're like, wow, my pain has gone down. That is so empowering. So that you now recognize, hey, if this happens to me when I wake up next week in my reality, I have some tools that I can implement that I know will bring my pain down immediately. And then I can go into the rest of my day and be in a place of clarity, and groundedness because you're not just swirling around with pain. So
Mm.
it's adaptable for sure. Obviously, you can skip the practice if needed. We will also have a massage therapist that'll be working there as an add-on for practices. So anybody that's interested will be able to add that on to the retreat if they want that extra assistance with a little help from a friend to move that pain along.
Love it, love it. And I love that if we think about how many times, right, we've been planning on going to the gym or going for a walk and we don't because we're in pain. And so we don't do it. And then what happens is we get that horrible nagging voice in our head. You should be moving. Why aren't you moving? Oh no, I'm in pain again. Like it's just this horrible cycle that continues. And so to be able to address that and learn how to address these things when they come up so that you don't have to stop living your life and doing the things that you want is an amazing, amazing tool. So I absolutely love that you're providing that. So thank you. I know, Monique, one of the other questions that I know is coming up is every second of my day scheduled and am I going to feel like I'm on a hamster wheel as I'm on this retreat?
Another really good question. Yeah. I've been in retreats too that's so scheduled, you're feeling like, oh my God, there's not a, like I wanted to actually sleep in one morning. What's going on? Of course, we would love you to be at everything, and the more immersed you are, the more that you may get out of it. But this is your wellness journey. So if so everything really is optional. If you absolutely need to skip something one day or want to skip it or want to do something different, again, communicate with us and talk to us, and let's just make sure that you're making the right choice for you. But yeah, this is your wellness journey. So if you if you need to do that, you're going to be able to do that. But we have a lot of free time built in too. Like we've talked about the movement piece, and there's these amazing dinners, and there are workshops, but there is free time already built in so that you can have that downtime. You can go for a hike right outside the backyard. You could go take a hot tub. You could just take a nap. You could write in a journal, or just hang out with some of the other ladies with a cup of tea. Like there's lots of options for you, and we want you to feel really comfortable, and we don't want you to feel like you're on a hamster wheel.
The opposite, in fact. It's almost like jump off the hamster wheel, come, hit
Yeah.
that pause button. And
No, remember we're nervous system dysregulation. We're like, right, we're calming a little bit. So,
we're calming. And so, yes, it would be anti everything that we're talking about here. So I'm so glad to hear that. And I know, Stacey, you mentioned massage therapy. I know that there's also Reiki available with you, Monique, and a few other upgrades that, should you choose to add them on, those things are available too. So have a conversation with either Monique or Stacey, and they'll get you all of the nuts and bolts and the nitty gritty and things like that. Before we finish up, I just want to address something else that I know is often a challenge when we think about doing something for us, right? I know I used to feel like that all the time, right? As the person that takes care of everybody else, it can sometimes be difficult to turn around and say, no, I actually want to do this for me. This is what I need. And I just want to speak to you for a minute before we finish up about making the investment in yourself and in your health and in your well-being, and how that will project onto every other part of your life. So if this is resonating with you, but perhaps you're there saying, don't know if I want to spend the money or whatever, and the price obviously will be spoken about openly. I invite you to think about this. And I ask this question with love because this is something that somebody asked me a long time ago when I was on the fence about investing in some life coaching. And they said to me, Karin, if this was something that your significant other or one of your kids needed or your best friend needed, would you invest in them? And I remember that question kind of hit me like a ton of bricks, right? It was like, ooh. And you know what? She was right. I would do it in a heartbeat for somebody else. And it was that question that changed my perspective on life, because it made me realize that I deserve to take care of me too, as do you. And here's why. Number one, you matter. But I also know that you care about everybody else that you take care of. And we can't do that to the best of our ability when we're in pain and when we're stressed out and when we're hurting mentally, physically, emotionally. We just can't show up as our best for everybody else. And so when we invest in ourselves and helping ourselves, and we get to actually show up better for them. So it's really the biggest gift in the world for them. And so I ask you to just think about that and consider that if you're thinking about that you wouldn't do it for you, because you are worth it. And Monique would agree, I think. Stacey would agree, I think. We all know that you matter and you're worth it. And I know that in our previous video, Monique and Stacey shared why they do what they do. And I want to share, as we finish up today, why I do what I do and why I wanted to bring this to you today. I do what I do because I don't want another woman on this planet to feel like she has to wear a mask, showing up for everybody, trying to smile, when on the inside, she is hurting and she is struggling and she's just trying to get through every day. Okay. And so we're here with an offer for you. make some changes, to make some lifelong changes. Monique and Stacey, do you have any last words before we finish up here today? I know we're going to place something around this video for where people can get hold of you, where they can sign up for this retreat. Space is limited, so please don't wait. It's a very, very exclusive space that you get to be in. Monique.
Karin, you spoke so beautifully of it. I got goosebumps. I got tears. Yeah, really doing this, for other women, because I don't want them to go through what I had to go through either. Right. And if you're watching this, it means you're somewhere along that path, and you're already wondering if this is right for you. And we hear this all the time. Put your oxygen mask on first if you were on the plane. It's just so true. You have to take care of yourself first, and you have to come from a place of a full cup, because you cannot keep putting everybody else first and taking care of you from an empty cup, right? Take care of you, and then you'll be amazed at how much energy and vitality you have for everybody else. But you matter. You matter.
Thank you. How about you, Stacey? Any closing words?
Just more goosebumps.
I know.
Yeah, just agreeing with what both of you said. And I think that when you have stepped into that place of prioritizing your health and well-being, and you're not living, or I'll speak for myself, when I'm not living in that fight or flight, in that place of pain, and I'm here now, it amazes me all the energy and vitality that I do have to give. I was just reflecting on this the other day, and say even 10 years ago, I was going through the paces. I was showing up to teach, and it was pain related classes, and I was having an positive effect on people. But it took so much energy to present myself in that way. And I didn't realize it until now, of reflecting. I'm just like, there's just this, like, where does this come from? And now I get it. And it's because I've prioritized my health, my well-being. And there's an energy that flows through and flows out of me to all of you, just like we're sharing this with, each other, and all of you will walk away with this connection, this spaciousness, this vitality that you will also not only feel infused in your life, but into all of those that you come into contact with. And so I guess it's a matter of, we are where we are right now. We see things in a certain way, and we know there'll be goodness over there, but we don't quite know how good it'll be. We have to have that pain removed and a little spaciousness from it. Then we can really connect with everything that we were missing before. So I'm just super excited to be offering this with Monique. I think it's going to be a super, super special and powerful retreat that will be the first of many. And we look forward to seeing you there.
Yes, amazing. Seriously, from my heart to yours, I love you both, and just the love and everything that you pour into this world and helping women. Yeah, just thank you so much. And please take advantage of this retreat, because this is a founding price, and the next one will not be at this price, I know for sure. So please take advantage of it now while you can get in. And Monique, Stacey, thank you so much for everything that you do. And don't forget, reach out. If you have questions, go to these guys, and we'll make sure that you've got their information, and reach out with questions. Don't be shy. And as they say all the time in my group coaching program, don't stew on it, because you're not a crock pot. Right? We don't stew on things because we're not crock pots, guys. because it also can affect your pain level, by the way. So thanks so much for watching.
That's so true. That's so true.
Thank you so much, guys. And we will see you soon. Bye for now.